Hey folks, Phil the Bee Man here. We got two infrared cameras, my FLIR Pro LT iPhone attachment, and then what looks like a pretty fancy, it's called a FLUKE infrared camera. And this thing, I mean, comes in a box, so it must be really special. And we'll just go inside the shed and do a little bit of comparison on these. I have my FLIR attachment Pro 1 that I showed you in the last video, and I have a friend visiting to check his bees who is holding a camera their electrician uses to look for hot spots in wiring. And it's interesting how we're seeing the same thing. So point that camera at the top left box there. Okay, you can see his laser, and then I'm looking at the same one. So that one's quite a good hive. It really shows white there, and it shows quite bright there. Then the one next to it is probably okay. Then now what's interesting, we pan over, I've got some hives that I didn't treat as a control. So that's 2 pallets over bottom. Yes, right where your laser is there. What a disaster. I'd say there's 6 hives there with hardly any bees in them. And in the next column over, also that's part of the same yard that didn't get treated, and not much going on. So lesson there is treat your hives, I guess. Keep your mites under control. What do you think in terms of usability? I mean, that one has a laser that helps you know exactly what you're pointing at, but the Pro 1 has enough resolution that you can kind of tell. So, I mean, they both work.
I haven't played around with this a lot. We could probably zoom out a little bit more to see more, or zoom in.
Okay. I think you probably have more color resolution there. So now let's look at, do you want to look at your bees?
Sure.
Okay, let's go over there. Okay. I don't see anything dead on this side. That's pretty nice. Yeah. See one quite nice one there. Yeah. Well, one below it looks good. Yeah. These ones here. Oh boy. These aren't your hives. Probably a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not zoomed out enough to kind of rate differences.
Yeah. You kind of want to be able to compare one hive to another. Otherwise, I mean, you can tell that one's good. But yeah, if you have a broader, wider screen, or a wider perspective, I guess, then it's easier to see the blank spots, so to speak. Yeah, interesting. Maybe that's why those insurance guys always go right up to the hive. Like, what happens if you go like 2 or 3 feet away?
We'll see if...
And you see that's a cool picture.
Yeah. Okay. White hive right there, right in the entrance. The weeds coming out.
Yeah. I'm thinking that my camera is doing just as good as yours, and it's probably way less money. And I'm saying that only because yours came in a really fancy box and is probably a tool that is sold to professionals, and mine you bought on Amazon. So who knows? But
I mean, the one, I think the professional one with settings and stuff, I'm sure is way better for specific roles and duties.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying that this thing has all kinds of settings.
Yeah.
I mean, so we're only scratching the surface here. So.
I agree. But for
beekeeping at least.
Yeah, for the job we're trying to do right now, which is basically, do we have lots of hives and we need to build boxes all winter, or do you just go play hockey? Each machine is doing the job. You definitely can see the heat signatures on the good hives. I find it a little, just looking at both, I'm finding it a little easier to find the hives with no heat quickly.
Yeah, the professional one's built for detecting small differences in tight areas.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh yeah, so now you're looking way down the row.
Yeah.
You can see that to me?
That's better.
Yeah. So we're looking, panning kind of across the whole shed here. And that's maybe too far away to be able to tell which hive is which, but you're seeing pretty good heat signatures on most of them.
So you can put the red bug out.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we're getting hockey updates from my wife. Oh,
we obviously just walked into service.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so COVID's ruining the World Junior Hockey Championship for anyone monitoring that. Interesting. So what do you think about your bees?
Well, they look warm enough, so there's got to be bees in there.
Okay, so we looked at these two. They both work. Honestly, this worked at least as well, if not better. I found I could get a bit of a wider view and I could compare hives to each other. This, I think, is more sensitive, gives a tighter image, but also, you know, just for the purposes a beekeeper probably has, is probably more tool than is needed, and probably isn't giving you as wide a perspective as you would want. What's the price on this? Did you know?
I don't know. There's many different models. So
Yeah, okay.
There's some for a couple thousand. And then
Okay, couple $1,000 versus a couple $100. I think you can draw your own conclusions about that. But I would say, having just played with both for just a few moments, one's just as good as the other. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a good day.